Knicks stun Celtics with epic 20-point comeback in OT thriller. Take Game 1 in Boston. By all accounts, the Boston Celtics were supposed to cruise. They had the home court, the star power, the swagger, and a 20-point lead. But when the lights burned brightest, it was the New York Knicks who refused to blink, launching a ferocious second-half comeback and stunning their Eastern Conference rivals in an overtime classic, 108-105, to steal Game 1 on the road. This wasn't just a win. This was a statement. Early fire, early trouble. Josh Hart came out of the tunnel like a man possessed, slashing to the rim and exploiting mismatches against Kristaps Porzingis for quick buckets. But Tom Thibodeau's crew quickly ran into foul trouble. Hart and Karl-Anthony Towns both headed to the bench within the game's opening 5 minutes. The Celtics pounced. Jason Tatum erupted for 13 straight points, reclaiming control for Boston, but OG Anunoby responded with back-to-back threes to keep the Knicks from unraveling completely. Towns re-entered with 2 minutes left in the quarter and made an immediate impact. Still, the Celtics leaned into strategy over style, attacking Mitchell Robinson, who had been shaky from the line all season. Boston went hack-a-Mitch and watched Robinson clank both free throws. Peyton Pritchard drilled a transition 3, and Boston edged out a narrow 26-25 lead after 1. Despite shooting a woeful 29.2% in the opening quarter, the Celtics stayed ahead thanks to free throws and hustle plays. New York shot a far cleaner 47.4%, but Boston's 11-8 free throw edge and 17-14 rebound advantage kept the scales tipped green. Miles McBride's sharp shooting off the bench, 2 crucial threes, would keep the Knicks in the fight. Boston turns up. The Heat Towns opened the second quarter red hot, knocking down consecutive jumpers and bringing his total to 10 points. But momentum is fragile in the playoffs, and just like that, it swung hard to Boston. Towns picked up his 3rd foul, and the Celtics went on a ruthless 15-5 run to build an 8-point cushion. The Hacker-Robinson approach continued, grinding New York's tempo to a halt. With Robinson struggling, Thibodeau turned to Precious Achiuwa. Seeing his first postseason minutes, his energy immediately paid off, securing an offensive rebound that led to a critical Jalen Brunson 3. But that was the last positive for New York before halftime. Boston blitzed the Knicks with a 13-3 closing run, heading into the break with a commanding 61-45 lead. The Celtics improved their shooting to 41.7%, led by Tatum, 13 points, Jaylen Brown, 14 points, and Pritchard, 13 points. Meanwhile, Towns sat stuck at 10 points, and Brunson limped into the locker room with just 9 on 3 for 9 shooting. The turning point. The third quarter. Spark. Things looked bleak for New York early in the third. Boston punched them in the mouth again with 2 Derek White triples and an Al Horford dunk, ballooning the lead to a staggering 72-52. Then came the spark. Towns picked up his 4th foul and headed to the bench, but that absence may have been the wake-up call the Knicks needed. OG Anunoby, steady and fearless, drilled 2 straight threes. Suddenly, the crowd quieted. Then Brunson hit a deep 3 with under a minute left, slicing the deficit to 8. A buzzer-beating Horford triple kept the Celtics up 84-75, but the Knicks had stolen something far more important than points. Momentum. They won the quarter 30-23, with Anunoby pouring in 12 points and Brunson chipping in 9. All while Towns watched from the bench. Hard over hype. The fourth quarter. Surge. McBride opened the fourth with his 3rd three-pointer, and Towns returned with fire, snatching an offensive board and scoring to trim it to 4. The defense ramped up. Anunoby picked Tatum's pocket and soared coast to coast for a thunderous, game-tying slam that silenced TD Garden. Boston tried to respond. Drew Holiday nailed a clutch triple to reclaim the lead, but Brunson refused to let the game slip. He tied the game twice more before burying a contested three over Horford for a 94-91 lead, New York's first since early in the second quarter. White and Anunoby traded haymakers from deep, and Holiday tied the game at 100 with a tough lay-in. The final seconds of regulation were a frenzy. Anunoby and Tatum missed go-ahead looks. With 5.1 seconds left, Brunson inbounded to Towns, who delivered it back on a cut, but Brunson's floater fell just short at the horn. To overtime, we went. Extra time, extra drama. Overtime belonged to Mikal Bridges. After a quiet night, Bridges stole the spotlight and the ball, ripping it from Tatum and triggering a fast break. Anunoby finished the play with a vicious and one dunk, and then Bridges buried a cold-blooded three to stretch the lead to 106-100. It was only his second make from beyond the arc, but it came when it mattered most. Towns fouled Brown off the ball with 3 seconds remaining, giving Boston